They're kind of like passive aggressively mad at Sebastian Fondora over the same physical gifts that he's always had that they didn't really think mattered up until he beats a Keith Thurman. Because you didn't see this influx of people calling him a weight bully or a height bully until he slaps around Keith Thurman, which more or less reveals that, oh, what you thought was going to happen. You thought Keith was going to go in there. And, the shit with Keith, I've been saying it on repeat. I'm going to say it again. Y'all wanted that dude to be one of the dudes so bad. And the only reason y'all wanted that so bad is because he was like one of the founding fathers. He's like the Thomas Jefferson of the PBC. He was there at the beginning. If you thought Keith Thurman was going to go in there and do anything but get beat the fuck up and knocked out, you don't know shit about boxing. Yeah, it's a clear. Yeah, you don't know shit about boxing. Why the fuck would you think that? Every fucking red flag that you could think of. Y'all just want to believe what y'all want to believe, and that's really what it boiled down to. What it do, Roy Dell? We out here. Peo, que lo que, mi niño? I'm not a Fondora fan. I'm not a Thurman fan. See, Thurman is a boxer puncher. He can box when he needs to and punch when he needs to, but in extenuating circumstances, he doesn't have the acumen to adapt. How could he have thought that staying on the outside of Sebastian would be a good idea? How could he have thought that? But he approached that fight the same way that he approached the Sean Porter fight. He approached it like yeah, you approached it the same way, like you dealing with a dude that's eye level to you. Like, no, you can't fight that way. But that's the only way that he's ever fought. He never had it. He's a B level boxer puncher, maybe a B to a B minus. He don't change. He don't adapt. He fought. That's the way Keith Thurman been fighting from the moment I seen him. Move lateral, and explode. Move lateral, set up a counter, and explode. That's what he been doing. He been doing that. He was never much of a jabber either, which is a rarity among boxer punchers, Keith Thurman. Keith never showed much of a jab, Usually boxer punchers got a jab. The boxer punchers that are out right now, like Boots Ennis is a boxer puncher. Who else? Who's a boxer puncher that's out right now? Teofimo is a boxer puncher. Javante is a boxer puncher. Who else? Abdullah Mason is a boxer puncher. The thing about boxer punches, they always lean in one direction more than the other. Some boxer punches lean towards the punching. That's Spence. Some boxer punches lean more towards the boxing. That's Javante. That's Teofimo. Now, how do you know? Because of the amount of moving. You have to mitigate the amount of movement versus the work rate within a round. You'll notice Teofimo doesn't have much of a work rate. Javante doesn't have much of a work rate. That's telling you they lean more towards the boxing. They can punch, which is what makes them boxer punches, but they still lean in one direction more than the other. Now, Spence, he's a boxer puncher, shows a jab, he can move a little bit, but you can see that he leans towards the punching because he wants to be mid-range. He wants to get off hooks, body shots, uppercuts. So he leans towards the punching. Keith is a boxer puncher, bro. He's not a pure boxer, and he's not a pressure fighter. You can see that off top. Keith is not a pure boxer, not a pressure fighter. He's a boxer puncher, but he leans towards the boxing. He wants to move lateral. He wants to bait you in, draw you in, counter, then move in. But you can't do that with a dude 6'5" and an 80-inch reach. Like, nah, that's not gonna work. Your trap, he not gonna fall for it. He's too far on the outside of the trap that you trying to set because he too fucking tall for you to do that. You know, they wanted that dude to be better than what he is. So they kind of mad at Sebastian because of his natural gifts, because he's a very tall fighter. They're calling him a weight bully. Some people are calling him a height bully. All gay shit. Keith Thurman never really tried to pass through, bro. What Keith Thurman will do is wait until you fall for the trap, land, and then he'll move in and throw the other shit. But if he can't, if the trap don't work, he just gonna be outside. If the trap don't work, you know, that's exactly what it was. It's a reach thing, bro. It's that you can't stay on the outside of a fighter, and it's not just him. Joseph Parker made the same mistake with Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce was a little taller, little longer. Joseph was literally trying to stay on the outside of him, circling him. And that just gave Joe momentum because you're not engaging him. So you giving him the chance to throw that jab and bring the backhand over. You giving him the chance because you're not engaging him. If the guy's bigger than you, it sounds crazy, but you got to come forward. The safest place for you is in his chest, not on the outside where you're going to be at the end of his punches. Because he could just fucking keep you there. You know? So Joe ended up taking a lot of shots with a lot of steam on him. What's Joe Joyce going to do? Come forward. What you doing? Backpedaling. There's not a lot of weight in your punches because you on the balls of your feet. When a discrepancy in height is that great, what tends to win the guy to fight is if he comes forward. Come forward like Mendoza came forward. Come forward. Be in his chest. Draw him into exchanges. Catch him in between. That's what works. That's how Mendoza did it. Mendoza wasn't sugarfooting that shit. Mendoza wasn't trying to be out there somewhere. He was, nah, I'm here. Let's rumble. No verdad. Right? Talk about it, AB. So they're mad at Sebastian, you know, because he's a very tall kid. I think it's some weak gay shit. And it's not because I like Sebastian. It's because I could tell that y'all don't watch boxing or you just started watching boxing. If you telling me that Sebastian is some kind of a bully or a bad guy for being as tall as he is at 154, is that saying that Tommy Hearns was a bad guy? Because he's what, 6'2" at 147? Brandon Figueroa, Rafael Espinoza at featherweight. Very tall guys for their weight. This is not new. Mark Breland at 147 was 6'1". This is not new. This shit been going on. You gotta know how to overcome the disadvantage. You gotta have the style for it. And if you don't have the style for it, you have to adapt your style for it. Because that's the way it's done. Paul Williams, he was very big for the weight. They don't tend to think of Demetrius Andrade as being very tall for his weight, but he was. He was about 6'1" at 154. That's huge. You talking about Demetrius Andrade in the beginning in the junior middleweight division? He was no different than Sebastian, just a few inches shorter. Just a few inches shorter. The median height for a junior middleweight is not that far off from a welterweight. But you start seeing guys like the Charlos, like Andrade, like Hurd, that they 6 and up at 154. Y'all motherfuckers ain't no 154s. Y'all some middleweights. Y'all middleweights. But get mad at Sebastian. Shout out to motherfucking Drew. If Fondora was part of that group, it's a non-issue. That's what, you know, I was going to allude to that, Drew. They're like, how the fuck is y'all so mad at this kid for being tall? What the fuck y'all think Andrade was at 54? The fuck y'all think Hurd was at 54? The fuck y'all thought the Charlo brothers was at 54? Willie Nelson. It's been Paul Williams. It's been tall for, like, yeah, there's guys like that sometimes they tall for the weight. But what kind of bitch ass shit you got to be on to complain about it? It's a gladiator sport, right? It's a gladiator sport. You think the gladiators was in the fucking dungeon bitching? Yo, that lion, yo, some bitches, man. All that tell me is you must have picked Keith Thurman to win. Because y'all really, and I've been saying it in the relay, I'm going to say it again. Y'all think boxing is like a video game. Y'all really do. Where the skills. My dude, size matters. We talking about most of the time, size matters. Most of the time, yeah, it does. Most of the time. Most of the time, power, speed, those things matter most of the time. But you look at the exceptional fighters that are the exception. You look at the exceptional fighters and you think that's supposed to happen all the time. No. Usyk beat Fury, but it ain't a bunch of Usyks running around. Crawford beat Canelo, but it's not a bunch of Crawfords running around. You can't look at exceptional fighters and use them as the baseline for what happens most of the time. You know? There's a way to beat Sebastian Fondora. Brian Mendoza already showed y'all. There's a way to beat him. He's not unbeatable. He been beat. But if Keith Thurman fought the wrong fight, that's on Keith. And what I said that's what he gonna do because Keith fight every fight the same way. That's what separates the A levels from the B levels from the C levels. Keith fights everybody the same way. Circle away, set a trap. If it land, move in. Circle away, explode. If it land, move in. That he does that every fight. Every fight. Mendoza managed to park him, and Lubin made him go life and death. Tim was on his way up until the elbow. The jab can be done. The guys were there cheering for just that's really what it is. That they always back guys that is not what they saying they is. That's what it really is. Like y'all motherfuckers got a penchant for betting on the wrong horse. That's all I see. Got a penchant for betting on the wrong motherfucking horse. The fuck y'all thought Keith was going to do? Pull a rabbit out of a hat? I was shocked when I went on Twitter and seen the stuff I was seeing. And I even watched some YouTube videos from some known content creators that apparently they thought Keith was going to win. Dying. Would never shit on him for it, but experience. I recognize for huge advantage that it is. That's why I give the much shorter fighters that succeed a ton of credit. Yeah. But see, if you look at Mendoza is the median height for a junior middleweight. If you want to know what junior middleweights, it's Mendoza. It's Mendoza. It's even Boots. But when you got guys 6 and up, like the Charlos, like Andre, like Fondora, those are guys that are big for their weight. That's what they are. They're just big for their weight. Shout out to Drew. They want us to overrate the entire PBC 147 era of hype jobs, saying Keith was going to punch his first bat. Yeah. Even nested. Yeah. Because they was the one putting them fucking dudes on a pedestal. We was the one saying them dudes ain't all that. The fuck is you talking about? That boy best win is Danny Garcia. The fuck is y'all talking about? Fuck is y'all talking about? Stay hyping up some haraka. Keith ain't no Hall of Fame fighter. The fuck? Keith not no Hall of Fame fighter? Fuck he did that's gonna get him in the Hall of Fame. What? Unified a title with Danny Garcia, and the other one he was elevated to it after Mayweather retired. What about that says Hall of Fame? Because I beat Danny Garcia. I'm a Hall of Famer. Motherfucker, wake your ass up. Y'all just want them dudes, like I said. Y'all just want them dudes to be better than what they is. That's what it always has been. Keith Thurman, if he was fighting, he would have got found out a long time ago. Y'all don't want to admit that. Yo, dog, anybody that's going to press forward and throw combinations beats Keith Thurman. Abbas Baru beats Keith Thurman. Patrick Teixeira beats Keith Thurman. Jorge Perez, because he big and he bear down on you, beats Keith Thurman. Nothing amazing happened. Like, what y'all thought that? Because yeah, what y'all like? What did y'all think? The guy has 7 years of inactivity in the last 10. What did y'all think? Motherfuckers is just dumb, bro. Motherfuckers got whole boxing channels just saying all type of shit. Like, nah, homie, Thurman was not it. When motherfuckers is nice, they don't move like them dudes. When motherfuckers is really like that, they don't move like PBC fighters. That's why I don't even really rate them dudes. When they beat each other, Haraka is trash. That's what we used to call garbage weed in the early 2000s. If you get some whack ass gringa, some whack ass fucking Arizona, everybody had Airy back in the day. We used to call that shit Haraka. Dudes ain't it. The fuck? But you know, they getting mad at Sebastian. The reason that I'm not mad at Sebastian is because I've seen plenty of fighters over the years, over the decades, that had those kinds of advantages. Mark Breland in the welterweight division was 6'1". I believe that Tommy Hearns was about 6'2". Paul Williams was huge at 154. Huge. Margarito, he was big too. But when I modernize the shit, you know that Andre, whatever you saying about Fondora, you know you could say that about Andre. That dude was huge for 154. Why is a guy 6'1" at 154? If we gonna do that, you know you could fight at middleweight. Why the fuck is you at junior middle? You know you could fight at middleweight. If we gonna do that, I don't do that weak shit. That shit gay. You know, some old punk ass shit. But yeah. So he won the fight. Am I impressed by the win? No. You beat a 37-year-old welterweight with one fight at 54, not against a 54. No, I'm not impressed. And you can't call me a hater because I picked him to do it. I said, yeah, you're gonna knock out Thurman. Thurman don't belong at 54. You just too old to make 147. You gave away your best years, Keith Thurman. You gave them away. You beat Danny Garcia, you took 2 years off. You come back, lose to Pacquiao, took 2 years off. Come back, fight Barrios, take 3 years off. Come back, fight Brock Jarvis, took 1 year off. What the fuck? That's the schedule. That's how that happened. Shout out to Mr. T. Shields has solidified herself as a pencil eater. That bitch is a moron. She do the same shit over and over. That's how I know she got a psychological problem. She'll start some shit and then act like motherfucker. This goofy bitch is really acting like Keith just says, no, bitch, he was responding to you. You've been coming at that man since 2021. Bitch is a straight crayon eater. She not gonna stop till everybody hate her. And then when everybody hate her, the misogyny. The misogyny. You just don't want me to be strong. You don't want me to be independent. Goofy ass bitch. It's too bad Rolly don't want to give her what she need. That shit'd be fucking hilarious. Imagine Rolly just clocked that bitch with bah! Like, yeah, what's wrong with you, ma? What is no other woman boxer is doing that goofy shit. None of them. Katie, Alicia, Amanda, Michaela, None of them. Lauren, Stephanie, Sanicia didn't used to do that shit. Tina didn't used to do. None of them do that shit. Only this funny looking bitch. What's the matter with you? What you got going on upstairs? Like what's going on with you? For real, right? That's what she gonna say. That's what she gonna say. Oh, the misogyny. Oh, shut the fuck up. She got real, yo, on the real, Brim. Where you been at? I mentioned Brian Norman 6 times yesterday, waiting for you to pop up.
Bitch can't even spell misogyny, Jules.
Misogyny?
She can't even spell it.
Yeah, she just say shit, bro. She just, oh, it's you hating because no, we don't like you because you an asshole. We love women, adore women, but you just a fucking asshole. Always hiding behind some shit. No, bitch. Motherfuckers don't like you because you an asshole. None of the other fly joints is doing that goofy shit. Just you. Won't you go fight Cyborg and her pussy lips? She want to fight you. Go fight Cyborg. More people know Cyborg than these bitches you fighting. Go fight Skyborg. Skynet. Motherfucker.
The cope is real, though. Everybody's saying Keith Thurman should be in the Hall of Fame because he beat Danny and Sean. Who the fuck are they?
Who the fuck is they? What how the fuck is beating Danny Garcia get you? Like, what is going on? Beating Danny Garcia is the gateway, Drew. That shit is the ticket. That's the Metro card to get you to Canastota.
Because of his one great win in 2014 on the Floyd undercard.
Yo, these motherfuckers, man. Brim, what it do, bro? What it do, bro? Talk to me. You better fucking talk to me. Brim.
Yes, I'm in the building. What's up?
What you thought about the fucking fight, bro?
The fight that I predicted that was going to go the way exactly was going to go. A beat down for Keith last time, Thurman. I mean, it's no surprise. He's a 37-year-old guy that fought 3 times in the last 7 years. What do you expect from the dude?
Right? Brim, does he fight again in your opinion?
Probably, because he's going to probably need the money. But I don't think he should.
But against who, bro? Like, he can't make welter. Conor Ben?
That's a big money fight. That
the loser of Spence Tszyu.
Spence is not going to fight. Spence is not going to fight Keith Thurman. Spence will not.
The Petty in him will not allow it. Petty will not allow it. It's a big fight though, Brim. If they did it, well, not really.
It is a big fight though. But the thing is, though, Spence got options. You know, and the more and more I think about it, I think he's going to beat Tszyu in a rugged fight, man. I think it's going to be a rugged fight. You
think he's going to beat if he fights him off a 3-year layoff, Brim? You think he beats him?
I think he's going to win because I think he's because the thing is, if he hits Tszyu with a really good clean shot, what's going to happen to Tszyu?
Yeah, but if Tim hit, can't you say that about him?
The thing is, though, Errol Spence didn't get put on his. He didn't get the ref stopped it. He was still trying to fight.
I guess,
but he has a broken face. His teeth are messed up. He can't take a punch no more.
Yeah.
Do we know that for certain? though? Do we know that for certain? I mean,
we saw that in his last 2 fights. We saw that in Ugas, and we saw that with Bud.
Absolutely.
Punch resistance not there.
Well, I can't say punch resistance ain't there because he was in the 9th round still getting pummeled on, and Harvey Dock ran up in there.
But what I'm saying is
still trying to fight.
Just because you could take a beating don't mean you can fight back. That the punch resistance gone.
Brim, no. If you ain't got no punch resistance, you on the canvas, dog.
Brim, you gotta understand. Every punch that Crawford hit him with woozied him. That's how you know it's going. It's one thing for you to take your lumps. Guys get hit. Mendoza got hit plenty by Boachuk. You know, Mendoza got hit plenty by Fondora, but he was solid. Like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. You know, Spence, solid shot gets in. That dude is ready to fucking take a nap. Solid shot. Any solid shot. So You know, I don't know. You know, I don't know. But
The good things we get to find out.
Keith need to go to Zuffa.
No,
He
Keith
need to
need to be commentary.
Go to Zuffa. You need to go to Zuffa. Well, I ain't even going to say. Matter of fact, you can't go to Zuffa because Zuffa don't got a junior middle. So I mean, you could do it. You could go to Zuffa and fight Connor at 151.7.
What? No, you know what he could do? He could be a color commentator. That's what he could do.
I'm saying, bro.
He might be good at that, bro.
I'm so tired of the gaslighting with these PBC scrubs, man. I really am. I think it just eats them up that out of that crop of 200. Look, if I had to nominate PBC fighters to be inducted into the Hall, the ones that I think have a case, I believe that Jermell has a case because he's the undisputed champion. He's the last undisputed junior middleweight champion, and I believe he was the first of the 4-belt era. I believe he was the first.
The first one.
Undisputed at junior middle in the 4-belt era.
Yes,
I believe
that's correct.
he was the first. Damn, PBC. Errol. I would sooner nominate Errol than Keith or Danny or any of those bums. Yeah, I would nominate Errol. He proved that he was the best of y'all. Because Bud better than all of y'all.
Are they gonna put Leo Santa Cruz in?
Come on, dog.
I'm that's a legit question. You know that
It is a legit question. It is legit. I will say that.
Yeah, but what you gonna put him in for, Miguel Flores? You a 4-weight world champion, right? Who was it that you fought at your 4th weight? Miguel Flores. Who you fought at your 3rd weight? I don't even know. Well, you fought Mahrez for a second time.
If you don't know, then this definitely not Hall of Fame.
You're forgetting one guy that they'll probably get in, Adrian Broner.
Nah, I don't think Broner.
No, I don't think he's going to get in because what happened afterwards.
The 4-weight world champion, though.
Yeah, but look
at Drew.
I'm just
because there's no listen. The reason he can't get in is because the memorable moments of his career are all moments where he got the shit beat out of him. What we talking about? The Porter fight or the Maidana fight?
No. What about Paulie though? Paulie was a moment.
Oh, get out of here, bro.
I am.
What we talking about? The Blair Cobbs fight?
No, the Young Thug, the walkout with Young Thug. The lifestyle.
Dude is a bum, bro. Like I'm. You know
Him
what?
and
Like
Young Thug both bums.
In the last 12 years, boxing fans have become too passive aggressive with the way that they rate what they looking at, and motherfuckers don't really want to be saying shit with their chest. No, Broner is a bum. He's a bum. Period. He's a bum.
You know what's getting me right now, though, Jules? And I had to make a statement about it. People are crowning Fondora because he beat Keith Thurman. I'm like, dog, that does not make him number 1 at 154 because he beat Keith Thurman. Is he top 3 in 154? Yeah, absolutely. But, bro, he dropped a belt to not fight Xander, bro. And Xander's about to fight Boots with 2 belts. Bro, the winner of that fight is number 1 at 154, period.
I'm going to say, yeah. Whoever win that fight is numero uno. Sebastian, you got to go see them. And guess what, bro? Guess what? If you don't want to fight them, which I don't think you're going to, I think he's going to leave 154.
He's going to go.
I think he is too.
They're going to
leave boxing. He'll leave boxing before he fight one of them two.
They're going to feed Laura to him. Who got the WBC at 60?
If not Laura, Drew. If not Laura, Jesus Ramos, because he's the interim. When Carlos move up, Jesus becomes the full. Sebastian fights him because it's a bum bash. Like y'all bum bashers over there, bro. And then y'all get mad at Brim. Y'all get mad at Drew. Y'all get mad at me that we not high on these dudes. Like, bro, we could call this shit 10 miles away. That dude is not gonna fight Xander.
He's not coming back to 54.
For a second, I kind of thought maybe they'll fight Virgil. But Sampson killed that shit. Like, yeah, they not doing that. They not doing that. They on their sides of the street shit. So
I'm just laughing at it all, though, Jules. Like, who'd have thought that Xander was just going to let his nuts hang? Xander pulling out his dick when he signed that contract.
Well, the shit is that, Xander's a real one. I always had a lot of faith in that kid. He's a real one. I think he's shown that. When they offered him a contract for Virgil, he said yes. They offered him a fight with Boot. He said yes. Like, yeah, let's rumble. When it was his turn to fight Sebastian, he wasn't at home watching that shit. He went to the fight. Like, what's good, Sebastian? I'm your mandatory now. What's good, homie? He's a real one.
And then the Harry Bush sister said no.
You know what I'm saying? Well, you don't start up with that shit, bro. I want motherfucker to watch this channel. Like, you know, they talking about Gabby's Bush over there. Them dudes is bugged. Like, yo, them dudes is wilding over there.
I don't know who fucking dude bringing it up like out of nowhere yesterday.
Motherfucking.
Would you impress with Moses? Would you impress with Moses Saturday, gentlemen?
Oh yeah. You know, I'm gonna say.
No. He beat Jermaine Franklin. Come on, man.
No. Cut that shit out.
Come on, man.
No. Anthony Joshua couldn't even drop Jermaine Franklin, much less.
That doesn't make Jermaine Franklin good. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, all right. I didn't say Jermaine was all that, but you're not going to tell me that Moses, who only had 13 fights going into that one, that's impressive. That dude don't got a lot of fights, and he's 21.
That's why you need to keep him as far away from Usyk as you can.
Yeah, but I'm not caught up. You listen, I'm not caught up in the Usyk shit. Like that's just homosexuals getting over excited. I'm saying that kid is good, bro. Like it's not a lot of heavyweights that
if he's
it's not a lot of heavyweights that wait. It's not a lot of heavyweights that'll pivot on you. He will. Like, yeah, he'll pivot on you. And
if he's good, let's line him up with Hrgovic or AJ. Put him in there with those guys. He beat those guys? Okay.
My dude, see, you not realizing you being unreasonable. You being unreasonable. And you know what's worse? I'm sorry to tell you this, Shelton.
What's that, bro?
He probably knocks them out.
If he does, I shut the fuck up. He's
not fighting no AJ though.
Listen, I know that those things are not about to happen, but I'm telling you that, yo, not for nothing. And I'm an AJ fan. If they put AJ in there with that kid, he's gonna stop AJ.
And I'll shut the fuck up. And that'll shut me the fuck up.
But my question to you is, why would you think it's normal to ask a 21-year-old who only has 14 fights, yo, you got to go fight AJ. Otherwise, you ain't shit.
I'm not saying he ain't shit. That's not what I said. I'm saying let's not jump out the window because he beat Jermaine fucking Franklin.
No, but when did I jump out the window?
No, not you. I'm not saying you. Nice. I'm not saying you, Jules. I know you better than that. I know you better than that, Jules. I'm not saying you, but other motherfuckers I've heard today, they done jumped all the way out the motherfucking window.
Only motherfuckers I could think of, because I'm not gonna. I don't like thinking about fights that is not real. Usyk is not real. AJ is not real. Fury is not real. Out of the shit that's real, the only one that I see that I'm like, is Caballero. You got to worry about that guy. You got to worry about that guy.
But see, did I go back to the Polish guy he just fought? Now, he did sell out the arena, yes. But that Polish guy hit him with every uppercut he threw, even though he didn't have shit on his punches. But still, he hit him with everything he threw. He couldn't miss the dude.
The shit is that Caballero brings something that Moses has not yet encountered. And he's not supposed to have encountered it yet because he's only 14-0 now. What Caballero brings that he has not seen is movement and a body attack. He ain't seen that yet.
Right.
You ain't fought nobody you ain't fought nobody yet that does that. Right now you're doing the thing. Right now you sweeping the gym. That's what you do. You sweeping the gym. You got the Dillian White from under the canvas. Now you got the Jermaine Franklin from out of the toilets. Now you got to go, scrub it down and get the Gassiev out of the stove. Because he's going to knock out Gassiev. He's going to knock him out.
Yeah, and you're right. You're absolutely right. They are moving him the right way.
Yeah, like I can't. I say I ain't been this excited about a heavyweight since AJ. Like, nah, this kid, something wrong with him.
But now we just got to keep it. We just got to keep the fools in check because the fools are talking about he's top 10 and. Shut the fuck up.
The shit, I'm 43. I don't listen to them guys. Like when them guys start talking, bro, I start playing episodes of Law and Order in my head. Like I'm not. I'm not, because the shit is, you could argue with them silly motherfuckers all day and they still gonna be silly, Sheldon. It's motherfuckers
Yeah, that's
think
true.
Keith, it's motherfuckers think Keith is a Hall of Famer. What
Oh
the
my God.
fuck?
Was you tripping over that? Every time somebody
Yo,
would ask me and say, what you think of this fight? Man, that boy finna beat the shit out of Keith. Oh man, you tripping, man. Keith going,
Keith,
and he's finna beat the shit out of Keith.
you know what I'm saying? The kid that Xander fought, the kid that Xander just fought, I swear to God, the German kid, Baru, he would beat
He'd
the
beat the
dog
shit out of
shit
Keith.
out of Keith. The dog
He'd beat the
shit
shit.
out of Keith, bro. The only reason Keith only got one loss is because in the last 10 years, he missed 7 of them.
The
Literally.
dude has fought. I was telling people all week, dude, this dude done fought 4 times in 7 fucking years, bro. 4 times.
Bro.
Yeah.
Imagine,
That's all
imagine he would have had to. I'm gonna tell you something, Sheldon, because this the shit. They don't say the shit. I see the shit for what the fucking shit is. You left for 2 years after the Garcia fight because you know what they was gonna tell you to do after that.
Oh, you gotta fight Earl.
You gotta fight Earl.
You gotta fight Earl.
Right?
Ooh,
After the Pacquiao shit, he loses, goes away for 2 years. He comes back, he fights Barrios out the clear blue sky. Why?
Yeah.
You know why he left, Shelton? Because Showtime was going to tell him, you got to go fight Boots.
Yeah. Yep.
You got to go fight.
Who is that kid? I don't know. I don't know who he is. You a goddamn lie.
Right?
You know who the fuck he is.
That's the real motherfucking reason that this dude, because look, Errol was in a whole car accident where he was ejected from the vehicle and landed on his fucking face. And he came back in a year, bro. In a year he was back. But you telling me because Danny punched your elbow. Nah, I gotta take 2 years, bro. My shit not right. Yeah, all right, homie. Okay, homie. I don't feel no sympathy.
Let me tell you something about Keith Thurman, man. If you really think about Keith Thurman, who was his best win, Jules? Who was his best fucking win ever?
Danny.
You hanging your hat, talk about he's a Hall of Famer because he beat Danny fucking Garcia?
The shit is, you got Timothy. Listen, they got mad at me. Timothy Bradley has a Hall of Fame career. He was only ever beaten. He was only ever beaten by one guy. Right? But look,
and that guy's an ATG. And that guy's an ATG.
He beat the guy that beat him. He beat Marquez. Okay? Beat Marquez. Had a firefight with Ruslan Provolone.
And you gonna tell me that Keith Thurman is a Hall of Famer because he beat Sean fucking Porter? Hey, get the fuck out of here.
Ain't that about it? I guess Kell Brook is a Hall of Famer then too. I guess because he did it first. Because he did it first.
Gotta be.
This shit is crazy.
I heard that talking about Gabby's Bush, man. I had to tap in, man. What's up, fellas?
What's up with you, bro?
Yo, that was Drew talking about that Bush, bro. He talking about that shit since yesterday, bro. Drew want to know if it's a landing strip. If it's a landing strip,
is crazy.
Yo, Drew's wild.
But I'm happy. I hope Keith, the adrenaline's calmed down, and I hope Keith has taken a real hard look at, damn, this dude really beat the shit out of me in 5 fucking rounds.
There's no easy fights at 47 for Keith. I mean, I have 54. To me, Shelton, I don't see a winnable opponent. The most winnable one, I guess, would have to be Tszyu, right? Because we don't know if he's shot. He could be shot.
I say maybe he could beat Brandon Adams, but I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
He's not beating. No,
I don't know. I don't think so. I think Brandon Adams might fuck it up.
Brandon, you see what Brandon did to the Boachuk, bro. He unraveled that dude, bro. And Boachuk is a big boy at 54. He's not even a little guy. He's
Brandon
a big guy at
54. And Brandon Adams handled his ass.
Keith not gonna fight no Brandon Adams just because why am I gonna be in this hard ass fight for $300,000?
Right.
I'm good. Why am
Right.
I going to do that? I'm not doing that. Shout out to
Now,
motherfucking George.
let me
Who
ask
was
you
good?
this.
Wait. Who was good in the Jackson 5 aside from Michael? Who was good in the Jackson 5, fellas, aside from Mike?
Jermaine.
Yeah, that's easily.
Tito.
You
Jermaine.
said
Tito
Tito.
never really had a number one record. Jermaine had number ones.
Yeah, a few.
You know? But yeah, this to me, Keith need to pack it up now. Like, listen, there's no welterweights. One, you got your ass beat. The fighters don't like to understand that you can't just be out here losing fights. You know that, right? It affects
Not
your
like that.
stock. It
Not like
don't
that.
mean
Not like
it
that.
don't. Yeah, like it don't mean that you gotta. Oh, because you lost. No, but you gotta rebuild. And what they want to do is they don't want to rebuild. They want to go from the big check to the. No, you lost, homie. You gotta rebuild. You gotta rebuild.
Now let me ask you this. This is the question I got. Is that Arrow Zoo shit for real? Is that shit for real?
My God.
Yes.
Listen, everything I've
It's
been
for
seeing
real?
says
Yes.
yes. Everything I've been seeing says yes. That shit is going.
3 days ago, they said they've already agreed to the terms and everything. They're just trying to solidify the date.
Yo, listen, man.
Does do I want to see that? I don't
Yeah,
think I
I do.
want to
No,
see
no,
that.
no, 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 no.
Wait.
Wait, Shelton. Wait, Shelton. You not thinking about that fight. Those is two action guys that could be shot. That could be the modern day Mickey Ward or Tiro Gaddy. They ain't got no defense.
You know what?
They
You're
got no
right.
defense.
You're right.
They both could be shot. And I'm telling Brim been hanging out with Adrian Clark too much because I know what goes on. I have the files.
I've been hanging out with Adrian Clark.
I have the fucking files. I know your social security number. I know.
Yo, you wild.
I have your browser history. You've been talking to Adrian, and that's why you know the shit is real. The shit is real.
You having all that
anything.
information just proves you're Mossad. I knew it.
No, I haven't
You guys are right,
I haven't bothered him about anything.
IDF, baby. IDF. Gal Gadot all
But
day.
you guys are right, though. You guys are right. I just thought about that. You're right. Two guys with no defense. That could be a great fight.
It's an honestly, bro. I mean, honestly, Shelton, I really like that fight. To be real with you,
It's gonna be a good fight, bro. They're gonna beat each other up. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a barn burner.
Gets out of town. Loser has to get out of town.
Loser leave town.
Yeah. Period.
Hey, Jules, I got a bone to pick with you though, man.
Don't be picking bones with me, bro. I didn't do nothing.
I have to because you're using my cat as your intro.
That's your cat?
Yeah, that's my cat.
You talking
that's
about the
my cat you're using for the intro, bro.
Listen, bro.
He be beating me up like that too.
Listen, bro. That's a good fight. Well, I just don't agree with you that I really don't know if Errol wins that fight. And I'm not, especially with Ronnie. If he go in there with Ronnie Shields, bro. No.
I think Ronnie Shields gives him the only chance to win the fight.
I think no. If before I pass to Herb, if I had to pick who needs to train Errol at this point in his career where you need to be better at what you do, Buddy McGirt, easily. Yeah, Buddy McGirt brings out the best in his fighters. Why you think Callum out here fucking people up? Buddy, look, this is what you're good at, so this is what we're gonna do, because this is what you're good at. If not, Buddy McGirt,
Manny Robles.
No, Manny. I love Manny, but you are past the point of him helping you. Like
Damn, that's fucked up.
Yeah,
how the fuck does he win if he's past that point?
Because there's things that he's good at that he needs to focus on, but he doesn't know what they are. Buddy is good at identifying those things.
What you good at and what you ain't. Yeah.
What is
He's
Ronnie
good at
Shields
identifying. Now, listen, like I said, Ronnie Shields to me has been living off the brief moment where he trained Mike Tyson. Remember, he trained him like towards the end of Mike Tyson.
I remember that. And Mike went up and beat the shit out of
he had him for the Francois Botha fight, huh? For a little bit.
Yeah, but that you know that wasn't really Mike. You know what I mean? Like the right
No, that was
wasn't
coked out,
really.
Mike. Fuck.
That's
Yeah, that
coked
was
out Japanese
that was
concubine
fucking 10
Mike, bro.
bitches a night, Mike. That was that dude.
Yeah, like that was Percocet Mike. Like he's bugging out.
Yeah.
Like the fuck you can't you love me, you punk ass white boy. That's that Mike. Bro. Like, he's bugging
It was that
out,
Mike.
bro.
Yeah, it was that Mike.
Shout out to Mr. Calderon. Errol versus Tim could be Khan versus Brooke Part 2. The shit is, I think Tim hit harder than Errol, Brim.
Yes. And
Yeah.
what I was
But if you listen to Bud,
I might have to
if you
see
listen to
that.
Bud,
Go ahead, Herb.
I can usually look at a fighter, look at his face, look at his eyes, and tell if he's up for the job. I looked at Franklin's face, yes, I could tell he wasn't up for the job. I seen Errol working out on some mitts, modern day, when he got his dreads, eyes red, like he was smoking fucking weed. I'm like, what the fuck, man? So I don't see him making a successful comeback. I don't.
Me neither. Because
And
Tim, you could say, Brim, you could say whatever the fuck you want to say, Brim. But Tim wants to fight. And I think that's important. That motherfucker has not given up here. He has not. Like, nah. He done got fucked up by the Russian. The coat rack done fucked him up 2 times. And he's still trying to get back on the saddle. We can't say that about Errol.
Herb, Sheldon, are you guys in unison that Keith Thurman is not a Hall of Famer?
no.
Okay.
That's an
Way to
easy
ask
no.
an obvious question.
No, I don't know what their
Bro.
stance
The
was
fuck
because
you
you know
thought they was going to say? What the fuck
Eh,
you thought they
who
was
on that
gonna say?
PBC who's a Hall of Famer?
We can go with Mel, I guess.
Only one, like I said, Charlo has a case.
They're gonna put Wilder in,
I mean,
aren't
if
they? With the fucking
Benvenuti wins,
defenses.
they could probably get him. Yeah, because here's what's gonna get Wilder win. Here's what's gonna get Wilder in. He shouldn't be there. By all rights, he shouldn't be there. Because if Shannon Briggs ain't in the Hall of Fame and he has a heavyweight record, how the fuck would you be there? But he'll get in, Drew, on 2 arguments. The 10 title defenses and the fake biggest puncher. It's gonna be some fake shit, Drew, that gets him in there. It's because they keep calling him. They keep calling him the biggest puncher of all time, and it's nothing. It's literally nothing to validate that. There's no metric that you can quantify that he would be the biggest puncher of all time. How, bro? He don't hold no heavyweight record. The most knockouts at heavyweight is Primo Carnera. The most first-round knockouts at heavyweight is Shannon Briggs. I think the most knockouts overall, isn't it, of all boxers, isn't it, is it as a Charles? Is it as a... It's somebody. I'm like, how could Wilder be the biggest puncher of all times and he don't hold no heavyweight records and no boxing records as far as gauging power? You telling me that he's a bigger puncher than Sonny Liston? Fuck out of here. You telling me he's a bigger puncher than George Foreman? Fuck out of here, bro. Fuck out of here. But
he's gonna get in on that Claggett shit.
He is good. I'm telling you, I didn't used to think he would get in, but the fact that he been getting his ass beat for 4 years and they still saying that shit, like, he's one of the legendary punchers. He's legend. He punched legendary. Like, what the fuck are y'all talking about, bro?
The man has no Hall of Famer on his resume. Who the fuck? Who's his best win?
That's a rip. Luis Ortiz, bro.
65-year-old Luis Ortiz on diabetic on blood pressure meds.
That's his. If you talking about his best win, what is the crowning achievement of his resume? It gotta be Luis Ortiz. It gotta be. And you know how it works, Drew. The Hall of Fame, for some guys, it's about resume, and for some guys, it's about relevance. When you boring as shit like Andre Ward, it's about resume. But when you electrifying, you could get in like Gaddy and Ward got in. You could get in how they got in because they wasn't pound for pound, never. And when they fought each other, you know, like, no, y'all, Mickey had 11 losses. Gaddy had 5, right? But y'all got in because something that y'all did in the sport was electrifying. So for Wilder, it's a lot of homosexuals and dick eaters and pole smokers that they're gonna qualify that biggest puncher bullshit, and he's gonna
Yeah,
get in off of that.
Jules, the number one in history was Primo Carnero with
Yeah.
Very
71.
gay. Very gay.
Second,
Out of the
second place,
heavyweights is Primo,
yeah,
but
yeah.
overall, the boxer with the most is it Charles?
It would have to
The
be a
bo-
heavyweight.
the boxer is
And,
the boxer with the most knockouts.
yeah, with the
Is it
most in
as it?
history. In history, it's Primo Carnero. I'm looking at it right now. George Foreman second,
Yeah,
Wilder Klitschko third.
and that's why that Klitschko literally has more knockouts than Wilder has fights today. But you telling me that he's the fucking legend. He who never unified, he who never got the titles back, he who never really rebounded off his loss. When Corey Saunders beat the fuck out of Klitschko, you would have thought Klitschko's career was over. Oh, he came back and unified and reigned. But Wilder's the legend. He's the fucking like, get the fuck out of here, man. Get out of here, man. That's crazy. But that's how desperate American boxing is to crown legends. They can't handle that. Yo, we're not producing legends. We got a few guys that you could call them legendary. Crawford was legendary. We'll see how Shakur ends up. But nah, it's not happening as frequently as it used to. And in the heavyweight division, forget it. We don't forget it. You know, we'll be lucky if Richie could win a title. We'll be lucky. Yeah. That's how heavyweight is rocking and rolling. You know, they fattening up Jared Anderson for fucking Moses.
If Dubois beats fucking Wardley, are we getting Moses next with him?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
Shout out to motherfucking Virtuoso. I got you right now.
And that's a Wembley or Tottenham Stadium fight, ain't it?
Not yet. It's not that big. It's not that big. Remember,
Okay.
Danny's the bigger name of the two, and Danny doesn't even have a following like that. You could do that at the O2, but I wouldn't call that a stadium fight. Him and Moses, nah, that's not a stadium fight. You could do it at the O2 though.
And the unfortunate thing is every fight going forward is going to be a pay-per-view for Moses. For us, too.
Not yet, because remember, yesterday's fight wasn't a pay-per-view. Not yet. If he fights Kasiev, and I think that he's going to in the summer, that won't be a pay-per-view. No, you
You're
can't.
right.
Hairy-chested Russian? No. That ain't gonna make that a pay-per-view. But the Dubois fight, Drew, that would be a pay-per-view. That would be
I like that. I like that fight.
I like that fight.
Retarded Daniel could fucking fold him.
I mean, yeah, like on some real shit though. Like you can't sleep on young Zaniel. Can't sleep on Zaniel. Virtuoso, what the fuck?
Yo, listen. You know, you heard that stupid shit that Keith said after the fight in the press conference, like,
Did
oh, Maidana, like when Morales fought Maidana, and I'm like, yo, this guy's tripping. It's just bugging heavy, man. And then like,
See, I wanted the ref to let it go because I wanted to see him get beat up more. That's why I agree with Keith. Like, yeah, I wish the ref wouldn't have did that so I could watch you get your fucking ass beat some more.
well, I needed one more round to because I had Fondora stopping him in several rounds, but. Yo, he didn't even mention Chico Corrales, and that dude got fucking was getting fucked up by Castillo before he turned.
Look, I'll be honest, Virtuoso, that by the metric that I've seen fights stopped, that did seem a little premature. Now, it's because Thomas Taylor knew what was about to happen. He knew that, like, if I let this go on, this guy, like, he knew that this is not gonna get turned around, even though he's still moving and he's still punching, still bobbing and weaving. Thomas got ahead of it, like, nah, you gonna get your ass beat. But really, yeah, you could have let that go one more round. You could have, yeah, because he was moving. He was moving, he was throwing punches. This is what y'all asked him to do. Show me something, throw some punches. He was doing that, they just wasn't landing. You know, they just wasn't landing.
But he had legs though. You know, he was using his legs to go away from him, to run away.
Yeah. What do you think about Sebastian after that? Did that fight in any way, shape, or alter your opinion of Sebastian?
No, nothing has
No.
changed. I mean, he still like needs to be proven at that weight class because you're not fighting other champions. I mean, yeah,
Mm,
you beat Team Zoo, right, for his IBF belt, right? Then I think
yeah.
he no, yeah. No, WBO strap. Then he dropped it because Bud was in the fucking rankings. You know, Xander was calling him out. He didn't want none, but he got the WBC, and he's hiding
Yeah.
behind that belt, and he has no he has like no shame. And he doesn't want to unify like his sister.
Well, that's because the media doesn't let him have it either. In truth, I mean, like the media have a role to play in how complacent and comfortable the fighters have become doing
Right.
stuff like that. They're not gonna press him that your sister undisputed. You telling me that in the same household where she's undisputed, you don't want to be undisputed? Y'all got the same trainer. Y'all trained together,
Yeah.
and y'all was raised to, but you telling me that your sister, she cares about undisputed, but you don't. Then nobody gonna do that. Nobody gonna do that. Nobody gonna do that. They're just gonna be like,
Yeah.
Sebastian's such a nice guy. He's such a nice kid. Yeah. The fuck, yo? You in the deepest you in one of the deepest divisions in boxing. It's smoke all up and down this motherfucker. It's smoke. Well, I don't really care because I get the WBC, and I'm happy with that. And that's the interview.
Yeah.
That's the interview.
Oh, don't forget, I would like to fight Errol Spence. You know,
Fuck.
that's that legend right
And
there.
and they don't even grill him for that. Like, you trying to fight a dude that ain't fought in 3 years, Sebastian?
Shameless.
That's how.
He's trying to beat up on old men. No Country for Old Men, featuring
Yeah,
Sebastian
and
Fondora.
they say that shit all the time. 154 is one of the deepest divisions in boxing. It's the best. All right, so the best division in boxing, and what you want to do is fight a welterweight that ain't fought in 3 years. That's what it is. And they just gonna let you, man. Fuck
So,
y'all.
Jules, how you feel about the Xander Boots? Because I know you didn't think that fight was going to get made. But
Um,
Xander
I'm
moving like a champion.
I'm
Yeah.
torn, Brim, because I'm torn because we still don't know what Boots is, bro. We still
We
don't
about
like.
to find out. We about to find out now.
But if you trying to call a fight, you say, listen, Xander is actually a lot bigger than the average fighter that you fight. He's actually a lot bigger. When y'all rehydrate, that kid's 160, maybe more. When y'all at the night, right? He's gonna be bigger and probably more durable than anybody you've seen before. And to make matters worse, he's a mover. He's a mover. So my
Yeah.
question to you, Brim, who do you trust?
Right now, I trust Xander.
Mm.
But the thing is, Boots got the ability, but we don't know because this is his
We
big
can't,
test.
Brim, we can't say that. That's the fucking problem. I can't say, honest to God, Brim, I can't give it to him like he got ability of what? The only guys he look good with is slow-footed plotters that come forward.
But at the end of the day, though, we say he don't look good in fights that he's winning 10-2. You know what I mean? He didn't
No,
look
no,
good
no,
against Karen,
no,
but
no,
he
no,
beat
no, no.
Karen clean.
Don't act like that wasn't political. Don't act like that wasn't political because they
How
was
many
gonna
rounds
give
did
the
Karen
fucking.
win? How many rounds
No,
did you give Karen?
I think when I remember that fight, and I gave Karen at least 4, but they weren't gonna give it to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
They weren't gonna give it to him. It's fucking PBC, bro. That was a PBC show. Oh yeah, they're gonna give fucking Karen 4 or 5 out of the 12. No, they're not. I'm saying, and the other thing is this: your quality of competition is actually worse than Xander's. It is. Xander's resume looks how it should. He fought a former champion in Patrick Teixeira, a reigning champion in the Boss Peru, a solid contender in Jorge Garcia Perez, and who else? Because I looked though, because I'm like, nah, this is how it's supposed to look. He's 23. It's not gonna be full all the way, but it definitely ain't empty. It's not empty. Whereas you fought Stanionis. Over 30-something fights, Virtuoso. He fought Stanionis.
One of the shortest reigning champions I've ever come across. You know, it's like that's not really much to write home about. You know, like he's had a steady diet of tomato cans, to be honest with you. You
Just
know,
being real.
Pork chop don't agree with you, Jews.
Pork chop don't. I got you right now. I gave Cameron rounds. I gave Cameron 4 out of 5 rounds. 4 to 5 rounds. The thing is, I know he's not gonna get them. I know that. But yeah, you could have gave Cameron 4 to 5 rounds in that fight. Because what was Boots doing? In the early goings of that fight, as Chukadzian is pivoting off and Boots can't find him with the jab, what are you scoring then? What are you scoring? Boots wasn't landing nothing.
God, Eddie is an idiot, man. I don't know why they matched up Karen with that fucking twinkle toes guy. You know, who doesn't want to unify. You should boost if you're already a world level okay, you're already a world champion at 147. Your job is to go to the next class and go get another belt. Right off top.
You talking about who did they match against Cameron? Did they match Lewis?
No. I'm talking about Boost should have got, you know, Bakram first. Not this guy, Josh Kelly.
I mean, shit, bro.
Yeah, but we here now though. Boots is in a good position though.
Yo, listen, I'll be real with you, Brim. I would have had more faith that he could beat Bakram than this guy. I understand that fight better. I would have understood the Bakram fight better. I don't understand this fight because I don't know if you're gonna be able to deal with the movement. I literally don't know. I can't call it. Like, I like Xander. The other wild card is does Boots really hit that hard? Does he? Yeah, it looked great with Lima and Roman Villa and Avenese. Yeah, it looked great with them. But who the fuck is they?
If he can't hurt Xander, I think Xander is going to clear him on the 12-round decision. If he can't hurt Xander,
that's what it looks like.
It could be. I mean, it could be that. Look, man, it's a great fight. You know, it's going to be a pay-per-view, so you better get your wallet out or your live stream because they ain't giving us that. We got to pay for that.
Yeah.
You got to pay for that.
Yeah, because they got to pay both fighters.
Yeah.
And that ain't a turkey. And that ain't a turkey event either.
Right. Now, what's happening? I know that Zuffa has a card on Sunday, but what's happening on Saturday, fellas? Ain't there a fight next weekend on Saturday?
April the 5th, April the 4th, I think it is. Yeah, it's on April the 4th. Isn't it Wilder against Chisora?
I think it is. I'm good. I'm good on that.
Who's next week? I mean, I retweeted some stuff, but I didn't overly look at details.
I think it's Wilder Chisora. I think there's a girl fight. Then Wilder Chisora, and then the Zuffa shit. The Zuffa shit is, I ain't gonna front, that shit kind of dry. That's the one. I think that's the one with Mark McSayo. But you know, I'm gonna go live and get money anyway because I don't give a shit. I'm gonna go live and get money anyway. But yeah, I think it's fights Friday, Saturday, and Sunday next weekend. I think it's fights all weekend. Right. Dubois and Harper is on.
Lauren Price and Stephanie Pinheiro.
Yeah, but we can't. We don't got nowhere to watch that.
We do.
Where?
The internet. I'm gonna leave it at that.
All right. This motherfucker, this CIA motherfucker right here. He gonna call Agent M. Hit me with the link, ma. Real shit. I would love for that Puerto Rican girl to win that fight, man. But she not. Too slow, bad engine. I would love for her to win that fight, though. I'm sorry to say that I don't give a fuck about Lauren Price. And I try to care, but I'm like, nah, you boring.
Wow. What do you think about Alicia and this whole Carolyn Dubois thing? Do you feel like Alicia's trying to duck Carolyn, or do you think, How you feel about that?
It's hard, Brim. It really is, because I've been a supporter for a long time, but I can't defend that shit. I don't have, like, you know how I go. Like, I'm trying to be unbiased Brim, but I can't defend that shit. You can't bring up two fighters that are close to retirement as being the reason that you don't fight the Dubois girl. And then it's not a good idea because she's younger than you. You in your early 30s, she's in her early 20s. If you don't do this now, she's gonna get too experienced, and then you might lose. That's the reality of the shit. Fucking Michael, he's sick of her. Every time he comes on here, he says some bad shit about Alicia. Every time. I don't know, man. Not a good idea, man. Not a good idea. I wish there was a Zuffa card on right now, for real, right?
Yeah, are they on Sundays?
I mean, like, it's gonna be one next Sunday. It's definitely gonna be one. But yeah, I can't defend what she's doing. I can't. I can't.
Nah, me neither.
If I tried to, I would become a shill. And I'm like, look, I ain't a shill. If you in the right, I got you. But if the shit ain't right, I really can't say nothing. Like, nah, you can't bring up Amanda or Katie as the reason that you still at 30. Ain't nobody at 30. Nobody is there. If what you thinking is that Amanda is gonna move up, like, she's done doing that. Like, she's not doing that no more. The whole I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna go down and she ain't doing that no more. It's a wrap for that. So
She's being
if you trying
unrealistic.
to, yeah, like, if you and I see the things that people are saying, but I don't get into an argument about it because, like I said, I can't defend it. Like, nah, come on, you moving wild, So that just is what it is. Floyd said the shit is an exhibition.
You know what? I think Netflix should just pull their money.
Yeah. If it's just an exhibition, yo, why y'all giving? If the shit not a real fight, yo, cut it out, bro. Nobody want to see you just move around the ring, bro. People didn't like your style when it was a fight. You think we want to see that shit as an exhibition? The
I
fuck
don't
out
want to
of here.
see Floyd numerous times dip below the waist. Like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, he used to do that a lot. I guess people just now realize that he was kind of breaking the rules by his head going below the waistline. Like, yeah, he used to do that a lot. He also used to put his forearm in the clinch. He'll put his forearm on your throat, but you get what
Yeah,
you get to do what the ref lets you do, at the end of the
yeah,
day.
and you bet your ass that this guy is gonna be there, Kenny Bayless. He's gonna be the referee
Kenny,
coming out of
Kenny
retirement.
retired. Kenny, I seen Kenny. Kenny was at the fights. That motherfucker old. I remember the gay shit. They used to call him high butt Kenny.
Yeah, he had what they call Donald Duck butt. When that
Yeah,
shit sticks out.
they used to call him high butt Kenny. Like, who the fuck is high butt ass ref?
The way he approaches the two fighters is like he's about to go grab a plate, at the fucking barbecue or some shit like that.
For real.
He walks up to the table.
High butt Kenny, yo. But yeah, man, who the fuck want to see Floyd in an exhibition? Like, nah, Manny, you could sell this shit if you really giving Manny the chance to fuck you up. But that's the shit about Floyd. Like, really, he damn near 50. He not gonna give Manny that chance, man. He not
No.
dumb. He not. You done lost your money. You down to lose your O2. He not gonna give Manny that chance, bro. Hell no. You know what I mean? You gotta do what your Kenny yeah, you do what Kenny lets you do, bro. But yeah, the only silver lining is that even if it is an exhibition, it don't cost us nothing, right?
Yeah.
It's on Netflix. That's a good thing, even if it is an exhibition. It's a
Yeah.
lot of shit happen. It's a lot of shit happening in September because it's that shit and it's the Canelo shit. They saying he gonna fight my Billy. That's what the street's saying. He gonna
Yeah.
fight my Billy. That's a good
And I don't
scout,
have a
man.
problem. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that fight. I think. Listen, and Billy is a very rugged, guy. He throws a lot of punches, but to me, I don't trust his feet. You know, he's like when I saw him against what was it, Gongora? I think he fought.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Gongora.
yeah. Once he gets caught flush, his feet get tangled. Like it gets tangled up. It gets a little bit jelly. You know what I mean? He could get hit with a hard shot. And that Canelo. Let's see if he still has it. As far as the footwork.
The
You know,
caveat, the
and,
caveat with Canelo is the inactivity, not just the
yeah,
wear and tear, but the fact that you will not have fought since September of the previous year. You're really not doing your, I don't know. Inactivity is inactivity. Ring rust is a real motherfucking thing, and you about to
yeah,
be in there with a real rough and rugged physical fighter because that's what he is. That's what he good at. He good at being physical. Well, you
yeah.
having not fought in a year, I don't really like that, but you know, shout out to
But
Mr.
what?
Calderon.
Hold on. When they? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. What we did?
If Floyd's numbers do bad on his next fight, would Netflix bring him back for Manny or Mike? I mean, shit, man. That Mike Tyson shit not on Netflix,
Nah.
and they doing that shit in the Democratic Republic of the Congo.
They're not gonna even do that shit, bro. That shit ain't
That's
happening, bro.
Congo
That
flicks.
shit not happening, bro.
Floyd ain't
That
fighting
Mike,
Manny to watch.
you think not?
I don't think it's gonna happen, bro. It's a bunch of. It
He
sounds like a
needs the
farce
money.
at this point.
Yeah.
He need the money, bro. He needs the money. He can't not do it. He need the money. Shout out to motherfucking Misael. Has Mobili taken a good body shot before? Not that I've seen, bro. He's taken a lot of head punches, though.
Hmm.
A lot of head punches. The question for Mobili is, look, you got hit a lot in your fight with Lester. Enough that I wonder, can you keep taking that kind of abuse? Because you got hit a lot in that fight. And, he gets hit a lot in fights. Sergey Derevyanchenko fight, he got hit with some
Hmm.
shit. The Gongara fight, he got hit with some shit. The Lester fight, you got hit with more shit. If you don't fight from the Martinez fight to the Canelo fight, that's not a good thing either for you. That's not a good thing. Maybe Canelo needs a break. Maybe he does. Maybe the time off will be beneficial to him in that way. But to you, hey, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, because that would be. I was gonna say that it would have been a year since he had fought Nestor Martinez on the same card, right? With
Yeah,
Canelo and Crawford.
about a year. About a year.
So who does that benefit more?
Well, what you have to consider is that Canelo is the older fighter, right? So for an older fighter who has a lot of wear and tear in the hand, in the elbow,
Right.
in one of his knees, the
You'll heal
time off,
slower.
yeah, like maybe the time off will be beneficial to him because it gives him a chance to heal. But for Mobili, it may not be beneficial in the way that it stifles your momentum.
Hmm.
You're young. You need to be out there fucking people up. You're stifling your momentum by not fighting. But you could see why they wouldn't fight. We ain't gonna be out here. We ain't gonna be out here doing shit. Fuck up this Canelo fight. If we know we got Canelo, we wait until September. 'Cause we know we
Yeah.
got him. That's what it's all
That's
for.
usually commonplace. When you book a Canelo fight, nothing gets in between you and that date.
Like I remember what they said about Cotto a couple of years ago when Freddie took him on. That Cotto was overtraining himself, that at the age that he was doing too much. And that by having him do less, it actually helped him. And that's what I'm thinking about Canelo. They're like, look, if he not fighting on a 2-3 fight a year schedule at this age, maybe that'll benefit him. Because yeah, you do got wear and tear. He used to wear a knee brace,
Yeah.
He got all
He's gonna
type
be
of shit.
he's gonna be 36 in July.
Right? So maybe for him, the year off could be good. Whereas for Billy, not so much because you need the momentum. You need to be sharp. You about to fight a very sharp puncher. Stylistically, you're the kind of guy normally that he looks good against. No, like, yeah, he do good with the
Yeah.
pressure guys, So we shall see. And listen, if Canelo can't handle him, if you can't handle this guy, this is the kind of guy you could normally handle. If you can't handle this guy, pack it up, Canelo. Pack it the fuck
For real.
up. Because that's the telltale sign. Like, that's how I know Regis is shot. Regis Prograis normally blasts out aggressive fighters. But the fact you had to go life or death with JoJo, yeah, pack it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pack it up. You normally remember what he did to Zepeda? Like, yeah, you don't stand in front of Regis. He gonna blast you out of there. Not anymore. Not anymore.
Yeah.
So
His
he
punch
got
resistance is gone, I think.
shit is gone, bro. It looked like his power's gone too, because he been at 40 too fucking long.
Yeah.
Should have moved up. You know? So I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. You and Brim sing songs of glory.
Glory,
man.
glory, hallelujah. Jules gonna smoke half a cigarette and clip it for the next day.
Oh man. Oh shit. I was about to sing some fucking Afro Man, bro. Like I like what he's doing, man.
Yeah, I
The
love
guy,
what he's doing. First of all, they were stripping off of him first and foremost. You know, how you gonna try to
yeah,
sue somebody? How you gonna try to sue him because he took the footage from y'all running up in his house, not finding nothing based off of some
yeah,
hearsay?
for real.
Yeah, that was
Oh man.
nuts. But yeah, I'm back into the boxing fold. You know, I was on my basketball stuff for a while because my team was in there, but it's over now. So back to
Oh yeah,
full
Arkansas
100% boxing.
Arkansas is
Yeah.
already out, huh?
Yeah, listen, the best team beat us. Arizona is nasty. And we have no like front court defense. That was our weakness
Right.
all year and it got exposed. And it's okay. You know.
Right.
It was a good
I
season
I
overall.
I felt that St. John. That's the only horse in the race I had because it's a New York team. That's the only one we have that's in the
Yeah.
tournament.
Oh, I
Oh
love
yeah,
beating St. John's
there wasn't
last year.
LIU. There wasn't LIU. I think Hofstra was in it, but it's a bunch of teams. But yeah,
Yeah,
that
I thought they was gonna beat Duke, but I'm so happy that UConn beat Duke. But I was there, I was at the
for
St.
sure.
John's and the Arkansas game last year when we beat St. John's. And that was
Right,
fun.
right.
That was
Yeah,
real
it's a
fun.
good
The St.
program,
John
man.
fans was acting up, boy.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're just mixed in disguise. But yeah, man. I listen. I kind of checked out of college basketball. That was the only team that I was interested in. I was watching. But yeah, man. UConn got it. I think Arizona and UConn are going to meet up in the Final Four. I believe.
Yeah, Arizona's going to win. The thing is, they could lose to Michigan. Truthfully be told, the national championship game is Michigan versus Arizona, but that's another
Oh yeah.
conversation. But back to
Yeah.
this boxing, though. You know, because I haven't been like overly detailed like I usually am, but I've been paying attention. I just didn't want to talk about the nonsense, like the whole Devin Haney and Shakur stuff. Like I only care about the fights. I don't care enough of this. Oh, Tank is suing the lady for making fun. I don't care about none of that crap. I don't care. All I care about
There's
is those
just too
fights.
much gossip.
Way too much.
Yeah. Like funny you mentioned that. Okay, there's still people hanging on to that narrative that Shakur ducked Devin because of the 25% offer,
Bro, that
and yet
wasn't even a real offer though.
it was
It was a very smart play by the Haneys. But the thing is, the problem is the game itself. Because if the game was on the up and up and it wasn't about the bullcrap, they could have just been honest and said, "Hey, listen, we would love to fight Shakur, but I got to move up because I can't hold on to this weight. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop these belts and move up." Instead of them being able to do that, they had to play the game, put an offer out there, and then as soon as he goes to the WBA to try to get a little bit more, they just drop the belts and move on and makes Shakur look bad. That's just the game.
right. I I'm trying to tell people that he was actually waiting for the first bid because that he was guaranteed 30%, and since he's a free
I thought
agent
it was
now,
35% instead of 25%. He was trying to get an extra
no,
10%.
no, it's 70-30 split, for purse bids,
Well, then that
so no
means
matter.
Shakur was bugging because what that 5%, he should have just called his bluff for measly 5%.
Yeah, I mean, well, he kind of playing politics too, because like I heard that he wanted to, rehydration clause for
Wait, hold on one
for
second.
Ryan. Go ahead, man. Will you help me repair it? Will you help me repair my door? The Adams County Sheriff Department are a bunch of whores. Will you please repair my door?
And we're back. You know.
Yeah. Brim had to
Smoke.
step out for a moment.
Yeah, Brim got to go wash his balls. Got to wash them.
Yeah.
And yeah, man. You know, was it an entertaining card though? Sebastian and Thurman. That looked like a regular Showtime fight from like 2017, 2018. To be honest,
Yeah.
it wasn't that dissimilar from Laura Hurd in the sense that it was a solid card and for a regular schedule, but was it pay-per-view worthy? No, but they're gonna keep trying with him because they've been trying for the last 2 years to make him a
Right.
pay-per-view. He's a good example of how pay-per-view and making a star for it is not an exact science because Sebastian actually is an entertaining fighter. If you think about all his fights, no, they're usually entertaining fights, his fights.
Right.
But even being entertaining and pulling the upset and becoming a champion, you just don't have the fans behind you. And that's really what should always determine who's on pay-per-view and who isn't. What is your following like? Because if you don't have a following, then you clearly don't belong behind a paywall. Who the fuck is going to buy it?
Yeah.
You know?
You're not gonna be on pay-per-view. Well, you shouldn't be on pay-per-view. The standard is you shouldn't be on pay-per-view unless you have a really good dance partner, someone that people know, you know, they want to
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah, but even with the dance partner with him, like, let's say, do you think that him and Zayas is a pay-per-view worthy fight? Do you think
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Hmm.
If it's for
You,
unification, yeah.
Yeah, at this point, you know what? That I was thinking in past tense. At this point, it would be. But it's just even, like the idea of Boots and Zayas being a pay-per-view fight. I kind of wrestle with that. Kind of. I feel like the winner of that fight becomes pay-per-view worthy. But to say that those two just right here, right now, what do you think that's going to do at the box office?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think we're at a time when people are like done paying for stuff,
Yeah.
like it's going the way of like music. Like remember when we had to like burn
Yeah.
CDs and all that stuff? Like people didn't want to go to the fucking Virgin Megastore to pay how much? $20 for an album? And
Yeah.
then you have the fucking CD packs that were like 54. Like, get out of here, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, and the thing is, these pay-per-view fights, they don't have replay value. There's no residual value with these things. Once it's
Yeah.
out, it's out. You're not
Yeah.
gonna you're not gonna see any money.
Because the shit is just gonna be on YouTube in the morning. The
Yeah.
highlights, at least, they're gonna be on YouTube in the morning. So it's like, well, why give them the extra money? You
Hmm.
know? And a lot of them don't have the mystique of a lot of them don't really have the mystique that pay-per-views used to have because fights were built up so well back then that the
Right.
answer wasn't really clear. It wasn't always clear what was going to happen. When Felix fought Oscar, it was not a
Mhm.
foregone conclusion what was going to motherfuckers just felt how they felt. Oh, this guy's going, but you didn't know.
Mhm.
They don't have the
What was
mystique.
the last time? What was the last time you saw like an ad for a pay-per-view on TV?
Well, in fairness, I did catch a couple of ads for this weekend's pay-per-view. I did. I caught them on YouTube, and I caught, I think, one or two on Amazon. I think I caught, they play it, Keith Thurman.
No,
It's
no, not
past
YouTube. I'm talking about terrestrial television, like TV.
Oh, I
Like
mean, bro.
call your local cable operator to order this fight on pay per
I
view.
mean, I get,
That's what we
yo,
used
the
to.
shit is.
That's what we used to see.
But be real. How many people are actually still watching terrestrial television, virtuoso? Not a lot. They're
Mm,
losing them. They're losing.
yeah,
Like the reason that the sitcom doesn't draw what it used to is because they're losing the audience. Even terrestrial television is feeling the pinch of the streaming era and the internet era because they're losing the younger audience to TikTok and they're
right.
losing them to YouTube. So, because they didn't have that to compete with before, but now they do. So, to ask, have you seen an ad on terrestrial television? Brody, I haven't watched terrestrial television in years.
Yeah.
Years. I
This
don't
Like
I
week
I
was
would.
haven't
the last 2 weeks was
I
the first time I watched terrestrial television in a while. And that's because I got the HBO Max app and I already had Paramount just to watch basketball. Because they
Yeah,
have it
people are
over.
just watching apps, but like I'll just say this: the last time I saw like an ad for pay per view, like on TV, like randomly, like I would say TNT or one of those channels, I would say the Mayweather Pacquiao, and that was it.
different time, different era, bro. A
Yeah,
lot has changed in the last, let's say, 10 to 15 years. A lot has really changed.
yeah,
And terrestrial, like terrestrial television may go the way of MTV in the sense that it becomes obsolete. If the apps get big enough, right? They'll replace terrestrial television because that's where
hmm
Netflix is going. All Netflix needs to do now is come out with a nightly news and they're in because they have the audience. They throw 330 million people. That's damn near the US population.
right.
All I need is a nightly news joint. Like, yeah, they're basically a terrestrial network now.
I
That's the
think
only thing they
the
don't
only
have.
programming that keeps people watching it is live sports, the
Yeah,
NFL.
yeah. Honest to God. Because, like I saw, was it Tracy Morgan has two sitcoms coming out?
Right.
Two. How the fuck is he on? That was unheard of. If you were watching Seinfeld, the cast of Seinfeld is on Seinfeld. You don't see one of the other actors at the same time that Seinfeld is running. Yeah, they working on
Uh,
this too. That's bugged out.
Yeah, that man
I
needs
think
some money.
that and it's more that it's a failing medium. That the things that
Mm.
we grew up with, the things that we had, they're failing. And I don't think like I really think the sitcom is gonna go extinct. I really do
Oh
think
yeah,
that.
CBS is
It-
trying, man. It's like they have like these one word like sitcoms that's like mom, work.
Bro, they brought back Scrubs. What is that? They brought back
Yo,
Scrubs.
Yo,
why?
I'm watching that. Like I'm watching it with my wife. Like we rewatching the whole series. We're just watching this shit, and then we're gonna hop onto the new shit.
The shit is that the humor is different now.
Yeah.
I love brain rot, like that cat that he goes, huh? Huh? Or the
Mhm.
dog that he moans, oh. The humor is so different now. You don't have a generation of young people that are going to sit down for a half an hour to laugh at mildly funny jokes. Because a
Because
lot
they
of
have short
sitcoms,
attention span.
that and a lot, that and most sitcoms weren't actually that great.
Mm-mm.
There were only a few that were kind of great, like Seinfeld, special place in my heart for that show. Friends, uh, it was
It's
great
for a
for.
certain demographic.
But also, it's trapped in time. What made that great would be lost on this generation. What made that appealing? A Home Improvement, same thing with Tim Allen. Because remember, at one point, Tim Allen was the highest paid guy in sitcoms. Then Seinfeld took it from him. But
Yeah.
the nuclear family angle, where you got the mom, the dad, the dog, the daughter, and the son, and one of them is a teenager. That archetype for a TV show, like, yeah, that's dead because these
Yeah.
young people
That
they don't want families.
that was the sitcom boom that started in the 80s. And you know what that started at? I think it was the Cosby Show.
Not just the Cosby Show. Remember, it was that archetype on the Jeffersons, in a manner of speaking. It
Right.
in a manner of speaking, married
Which is
couple.
supposed to be which was I heard it was supposedly like a spinoff of All in the Family.
Yeah, it was because George Jefferson made an appearance on All in the Family. He was in one of the episodes. The nuclear family archetype was satirical and a reflection of what was going on in the country. And at that time, the nuclear family was something that people aspired to. You got your wife, your dog, and your kids. So it was something that people could bond with. But in this generation, these young motherfuckers can't even date these bitches, much less start a family with them. And the
Or even
bitches
buy a
don't want,
house.
right? They can't buy a house. Like, what's the sitcom going to be? That you a barista at Starbucks? It's going to have to be that.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
You the regional manager at a Foot Locker with a liberal arts degree? It's going to have to be that because that's what's going
Yo,
on.
that's fucking crazy.
That's what's going
20-something
on.
year old kids, like Airbnb with each other, like
Right? You
It's
went the
like,
you went
oh,
the
now
you went the
she's going back living with his mom. And it's like you
right?
living with your
On some
mom. That's the
real
new fucking,
bitch from NYU with bitch from NYU with a women's studies degree that she's the regional manager at Foot Locker or Erie. That's that's
oh
that's gonna
man.
be. Yo, shout out to Misael. I had been watching The Big Bang Theory on YouTube. Yeah, Big Bang Theory was probably one of the last big sitcoms. It was one of the last big ones that was actually successful, right?
Right.
But and How I Met Your Mother, How I Met Your
Yeah.
Mother. But those things are
oh,
actually
yeah, I
aren't
like
they
that
about
show. I
10
never
years old?
watched that.
Aren't they about 10
Yeah.
years old?
Those were CBS sitcoms, and like, look, I know they were successful, but I just couldn't get into it. That's just a different type of humor.
No, I mean,
I
I
like
don't
I
know.
like
I've
I
never
liked
really
more.
got into
Hold
it.
on, I liked more. Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and that
I
stood
like that
the
one.
test of time. 21 years it's been around.
Damn. I would say that what's butchering the sitcom where it begins is at about a decade. TikTok took all that. Reels, let's just say, not just TikToks, but
Vine.
reels, Instagram reels, um, YouTube has their reels, and people sit there for hours, man, just scrolling, and that's what is stealing the audience from the sitcom. That's what's stealing it.
Yeah.
Sit Sitcoms generally are too predictable. Like, you had A-level sitcoms and then you had the B tier. So the
Mhm.
B tier is what's the B tier? What's a B tier sitcom? I feel like Sister Sister was a B tier. That was for the kids.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that
kind of
was
like
I
Drake
was
and
gonna
Josh.
say one
That's
of them
what I'm
WB shows. When I was growing up.
yeah. Yeah, like that you had B tier sitcoms and a lot of the humor was mildly funny. Like it was mildly funny, it wasn't really funny.
No,
The
there's
really
some shows I haven't watched. Like I started watching Kings of Queens or something, and yeah, man, that show was funny as fuck,
No,
bro.
yeah,
Like,
King of
Yeah.
Queens was one of the bigger ones.
Underrated.
King of Queens was one, and I used to want to lick Leah Remini's ass.
oh man, come on, yeah, that's
I
the
lick
best
her
part.
fucking ass, bro. But that was King of Queens. That's a A tier sitcom, you could say. The B tier, I'm trying to think, because there was so many beats, like Step by Step on TGI Friday on
Yeah.
Channel 7. That was a B tier sitcom. It was just placed well because you got it coming on after Dinosaurs and Family Matters, which was an A tier. Not even because of how funny it was, but because of how memorable the character was. Urkel, motherfuckers loved some Urkel back then. Like, yeah, they fucking
Hmm.
did I do that? They loved that motherfucker. But it's just that kind of humor is dying out. It's dying out, and it just reminds me of an article I read about things that were normal in the 1920s and the 1930s and the 40s that you would never know it unless you lived there, unless you lived through that time, that eventually they went out and they were commodities, just like the sitcoms. They were commodities. To have a guy shoot a pebble at your window so you could get up and go to work on time, that was a commodity. There were completely automated stores in New York City, about 3 of them, where it wasn't even nobody in it. You pay for a meatloaf with a quarter and you get a meatloaf. And it was completely normal. But you never would have known that if you didn't read about it, because it went completely extinct. And I think that, that's where sitcoms is going. That's where those are going. They're gonna go extinct.
Yeah.
Or they
Shout
can
out
put
to
them on
motherfucking,
YouTube.
I guess, archive them. Shout out to Misael. Yeah, I couldn't get into sitcoms before. Regret it now. If you think about it, shows like, we're old, right? So we can remember shows like Michael Dudikoff had a show on Channel 9. He's the guy from American Ninja, the blonde one.
Yeah.
He had a show on Channel 9, action show. Renegade with he was the cop and good at his job, but his
Right.
bitch got shot. And like we're the chroniclers of that shit, because if we don't say it, there would be no indication in postmodern pop culture that would let you know about all this irrelevant shit. Fucking Thunder in Paradise.
Unless fucking Hogan with that shit. Oh man. If you had
Right?
listen, somebody's out there who has like a collection of TV guides, they would tell you what used to be on.
But what I'm getting at is, if you looked at what comes across your screen and what media has become, you will not bump into these things. You won't. There's no indication that they existed. Like, most of it is being completely lost to the annals of time. Only the older generation remembers them. You would only hear about them from the older generation. And of course, older generations eventually die out. And then all memory of those things, it's gone. There's nobody left. It's almost like a forgotten language, you know?
Yeah.
That's where shit is going. That's where shit is going.
I mean, the way people consume media nowadays, man, especially social media, right? Does Drewski need a TV show? No,
because he's graduated. Right now, he doesn't need a TV show, because that's where it's at. The era of the TV show, what it looks like it's becoming, and it's kind of morbid. They want shows out of real life. They want your life to be a show. If you see Kick streamers, right? Well, Twitch streamers, you see what that is. Kid goes live, goes outside, does whatever, and that's the show. That's the show. It's like the Truman Show, except they know that they're being filmed. But it's like the Truman Show.
Fuck the Nielsen ratings, dude. Fuck the Nielsen ratings. Did you went viral?
Right? All that shit dead, bro.
You know what I want to be dead? Fucking PBC pay-per-views. Fuck, this one was trash. I want to see the numbers too, but we might not hear about them.
Bro,
You're never gonna hear those numbers. They sold 25K, bro.
Is buried with the Elephant Man's bones, bro. And
If I want to see the numbers of Thurman and
That's what Jimmy Hoffa, man. You're not gonna get those numbers, man.
You're not gonna get those at all. No way, Jose. No.
Nah, son, them shits is in a vault next to the fucking crash alien spacecraft.
They in a lockbox.
That's the Ark of the Covenant.
For real, you know what I'm saying?
So what happened to the pay-per-view numbers?
For me right now?
It's with top men.
Listen, bro. Here come the Man in Black. If you found out about them numbers, bro, Will Smith about to
defenders.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Shit is crazy, bro.
So y'all think Wilder get knocked out?
I mean, I do.
Possibly.
It's very. It's just very hard. It's just very hard to imagine him winning that fight, because Chisora's gonna do what Parker did, but better. That's Chisora's bag. Is that bully style? That's his bag. He gonna go in that bag, and what you gonna do, Wilder? Right?
Windmill punches.
You know that he's gonna spin around like a ballerina and shit.
And it take a lot for me to say this. It would be better for boxing. It would be better for boxing if Wilder won.
It would.
Yeah, it would spice everything up. But then the American fans get stupid again.
And he does win.
Yeah.
Usyk Wilder pay-per-view. That's a good one.
I mean, do we want to pay $60 for that? I don't, but I will.
Wait, that's a pay-per-view?
It is kind of fun though to get the
Wilder Chisora is a pay-per-view?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Bro, I haven't been 100% in tuned. I didn't know that was a pay-per-view.
I
Well,
bought it already. I bought it as part of a bundle. I bought Ryan's Trash, and I bought that shit for $100 because they were
no
selling it
thank
as a
you.
bundle.
I'll watch after the fight.
I didn't even buy that
I
Ron
ain't
was
even
fucking
steal it. I'll just watch after the
no,
fight.
I'm gonna buy that just because I want to see Wilder get knocked out
Yeah,
again.
but that
And
undercard is
he's gonna
so
get
fucking
stopped, bro.
doodle, bro. It's so doodle that undercard. Like, who the fuck is even
So this
on that?
must be this is a Queensberry card, right?
No, it's not even that. It's a turkey card.
Hey,
It's
who's
a
Tur-
owning
turkey
that card
card.
though?
yeah,
Wilder,
Who's owning
listen,
Wilder.
that card?
you didn't know, Brim. You didn't know that Queensberry don't fuck with Turkey no more, bro. They don't fuck with him. They
I know
trying to
that. I
sue
know they
him.
got the lawsuit going on, but I didn't know that was a turkey.
Yeah, he the one paying for that shit. He's the one who he's the one who keeps insisting they use Rico. Before Usyk got Rico, he was trying to put Rico in there with AJ. I don't know why he keep wanting. I don't know.
He playing around. He just like a toy for him, you know.
That's what I said about Turkey. He's a kid in a candy store, bro. He throwing just all type of shit together because he can, bro. You know what I mean? He putting Captain Crunch in there with the tricks. That's what
No,
he's
no,
doing.
he putting it with the cinnamon
Yo,
toast crunch. It don't even mix.
he's a ock. Yo,
How you
he's
have
a
cinnamon
ock that
toast
puts
crunch
no.
and
He's a ock in a fucking deli that be putting like cream cheese, jelly, and then bacon on it on the bagel.
Yeah, he's bugging. Like he's just bugging out, like because he can. Like, yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna make Optimus Prime versus Godzilla. Why not? I could afford it. That's what he doing. Putting Captain Crunch in with the tricks. He's bugging. But I don't even know if I'm gonna buy that, to be honest with you. I really like I we'll see. We'll see. There's nothing on the card. Usyk and Verhoeven, like,
in
bro,
Nagano on that card though.
no. And Ngannou is on the Netflix with Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey.
Oh yeah, that's where you're right.
That's not a bad. I'm going live for that. I ain't even an MMA guy, but I'm going live for that. Misael said Fondora versus Zayas and versus Boots. Neither happening. I don't know, bro. That's Zayas and Boots. That's looking. Zayas said he signed a contract.
They already signed that
That
deal.
could
That
be.
fight is done.
That
But they're
could be.
based
That
on
fight
what
is
Boots
Okay,
done,
so
and
bro.
Xander
where does this
saying.
put Virgil at? Is Oscar not gonna do nothing with Virgil and just keep
I
him on the
don't
shelf?
know what's gonna happen with him, bro. All I know is they court shit is in about 90 days, less than 90 now, because it was 90 a few days
What
ago.
the fuck?
And that,
Jules,
yo,
get out your
90
he's not
feathers.
gonna fight.
days?
Yo,
Jules, can you
unless they really get cool again, like for real cool, and call this court shit off, that dude is not fighting this summer.
Jules,
He not
you got a dustpan? You got a duster?
a duster. What I'm gonna do with a duster?
Because you're gonna have to sweep that off of Virgil because he's gonna be on the shelf, bro.
Well, they
It's
did.
gonna
I
be
mean,
like
like they
that
did.
fucking Wheezy character from like fucking Toy Story 2, you know, that was stuck on the
That,
shelf
that's
and couldn't
that's
speak.
that's Magic Rick, bro. That's Magic Rick's magic trick. Make motherfucking fights disappear. That's his magic
Rick,
mixed
you a
magic trick.
fucking idiot, bro. Just because of this fucking greed, man.
That's Rick's magic trick. If it's a fight, watch it disappear. That's what he do, bro. Got the fucking nerve to be talking shit. And it's once again, it's what I said. Rick was only doing what a manager is supposed to do because that is what a manager is supposed to do, pursue a better deal. But the way that you do it, you fucking up. Yeah, the way you do it, however it is that you do the shit, you do it fucked up to where shit just don't pan out. You know? Now Virgil's eyebrow
Yeah,
is gonna grow across his forehead. You know what I mean? He not gonna shave. He's
you're gonna have
bugging
a
out.
unibrow when you come back.
Right? You know what I'm saying? But hey, fuck it. On that note, I'm going to sleep. I got gym in the morning. I see y'all
Good night.
motherfuckers on the next one.
Peace out. Jeez.